Drugs, sex, lies, and absurd haircuts. Here's our list of the most sleazy politicians. This week, many people were shocked, and others not so shocked, when a state senator who was known for crusading against video game violence was himself arrested for an alleged role in illegal arms dealing. So, inspired by this, we put together a non-comprehensive list of some of the worst, sleaziest, and most ridiculous politicians in recent memory, starting with Toronto Mayor Rob Ford. Until recently, Rob Ford mostly flew under the radar as a leader of elegance, class, and compassion.
And you want me to have a public meeting to discuss this? Why don't we have a public lynching?
But Ford tumbled awkwardly into the limelight after a video surfaced reportedly showing him smoking crack. Although Ford initially denied the existence of the video, he later did admit to smoking crack in, quote, one of my drunken stupors, among other things we didn't really need to hear about.
It says that I wanted to eat her conduct. I've never said that in my life tour. I would never do that. I'm happily married. I've got more than enough to eat at home.
To make a long story short, Ford is still mayor of Toronto, but faced some tough questions this week as part of a mayoral debate on everything from chronic lateness to gang ties. Regardless, in a recent poll, just 62% of Toronto residents said they wouldn't vote for him again. Speaking of drugs, there's Trey Radel, a once promising Florida congressman who described himself as a hip-hop conservative. Sorry about that, hip-hop.
So what I hope to do as a hip-hop conservative is take my love of that, keep an open mind when approaching anything, and use a commonality.
In terms of policy, Radel supported measures that would require welfare recipients to prove that they're not on drugs. But just a short few weeks after voicing support for the measure, Radel himself was busted in D.C. with cocaine as part of a DEA raid. Separately, Radel was also accused of domain squatting, purchasing domains associated with his opponents. He resigned in January, citing problems with alcohol. Going a little further back, who could forget former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich, once best known for his absurd hairstyle, which he referred to as the football. Active for years in Illinois politics, he was elected governor in 2002. But in 2009, he was arrested on corruption charges, among them a conspiracy to sell the Senate seat formerly held by Barack Obama. He was impeached, barred from ever serving in office in Illinois again, and later sentenced to 12 years in prison. However, he has maintained his innocence in the media, once appearing with Sinbad on Celebrity Apprentice, poking fun at himself, and presumably still has a lot of legal bills to pay off, having been once spotted at a wizard convention in Chicago peddling photo ops and autographs for money.
I'll never be a billionaire, but I do believe that that I'll be back.
Even weirder was the story of Larry Craig, former senator from Idaho. Craig served on the House Ethics Committee and was also a co-founder of the now defunct barbershop quartet, the Singing Senators. A strong supporter of so-called family values, Craig once criticized Bill Clinton as a, quote, nasty, naughty boy.
The American people already know that Bill Clinton is a bad boy, a naughty boy.
But in 2007, was arrested for soliciting sex in a men's bathroom at the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport. Despite initial claims that it was a misunderstanding related to his wide stance, he later pled guilty on the matter and is now retired. Of course, there are many more where that came from, so as always, be sure to send me your nominations on Twitter, Facebook, Google, or VK, all at Annie Gauss. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.